and have different concepts that have been evolved from the manufacturing technology and implementation part of innovative technologies for manufacturing. And in this, we have come across there are four pillars that corporate social responsibility, economical, social, environmental, and human aspects were then added to this. And in addition, we have Potter's five forces of theory, and they are like clearly mentioned, which will lead to the which are leading to the importance of innovation that were leading to competitive advantage and this all are together at closed loop technologies and which will and this is a closed loop industry where new innovation in manufacturing technologies have been evolved. And apart from this, now if you can see there are various aspects that are relating to the sustainability in innovative technologies for manufacturing, like sustainable manufacturing process, energy efficiency, pollution and waste management, sustainable manufacturing, and eco-innovation are explained. And apart from this, if you can see sustainable manufacturing process, we have like IoT, 3D printing, production line automation, and this all apart from and also even if you take the IV fluids manufacturing, this all has been taking place means which is looking after for the sustainability rather than for the temporary or like at present situation. No, it's not like that. Whatever the innovations that have been taking place in the manufacturing process, that are all are looking for the sustainability. We should sustain for the longer period and should not even affect the environment. And energy efficiency, pollution and waste management. And with related to this also, it is trying to attain maximum possible production and also it's trying to increase the efficiency in the competitive advantage in the market. They are looking for the recycling, usage or renewable resource in the production cycle, which plays a crucial role. On the other hand, organizations are focusing on zero emissions and development of renewable resources. Agrigold Private Limited has utilized agricultural waste in thermal power generation, making it cost effective. And this innovation is recognized by world organizations and has become a profitable idea. And when you take energy conservation and waste management contribute to the cradle chain, means the starting to starting. And in addition, there is a like technology like AutoCAD, simulation software solutions that are changing the dynamics of design engineering and planning phase of production, sustainable manufacturing and eco-innovation. And when you talk about this European Union, that is Environmental Technology Action Plan, which aims at the acceleration of development of environment technologies and eco industries. And while the Japanese government promotes the concept of eco innovation, such as new field of techno-social innovation that will focus on environment and people. And when you look at here, this is the innovation that has been taking place and the different targets. Modern manufacturing methods. Under this, we have nano manufacturing, production support systems, computer-aided simulations, non-traditional machining process, and adaptive control and mass production. They are looking after for this. And if you look at here, manufacturing method means nothing but converting raw material into the finished product with a certain application. So in this, what is happening? In general, whatever process that has been removed process through removing, forming, shaping, and assembly. And this is the model for the four model is for production line. There have been many concepts which have been developed in order to uh, maximize the all the levels from the stage where they are taking the raw material till the it is converted into the production purpose. So, and in this, mostly they are using the technology such as JIT, that is just in time, and just in sequence, and also lean manufacturing. And these are the few parameters which are used for waste production, quality manufacturing, quality maintenance, And if you can see in the modern manufacturing is asking or involving us to find out three concepts. It's mainly focusing. They are nothing but the waste reduction, product quality, and mass production. So they always the main things that the organization or the manufacturing unit that is looking for are three things to be done. That is nothing but the waste production. The waste has to be decreased, and whatever product we are producing, it should be of quality one, and the with quality it should be in the mass production, means mass number it should be produced. So how to reduce the waste reduction? That are we have lean manufacturing, JIT, Kanban, that is nothing but a car system where they will mention the details just in sequence, total productive maintenance, and product quality. And you can see we have Six Sigma concept where the production is being followed. And when we talk about the mass production, it requires the machine flexibility and routine flexibility. And in turn, this concept talks about the adaptive control wherever there's a requirement for the larger production of units, it has to be doing that thing. And we have next is automation and robotics. When we talk about automation and robotics, we have different technology that have been taking place in the automation, especially with respect to the manufacturing units. So under that, we have robotic application in automotive manufacturing, laws of robotics, anatomy of robots, and types of drive systems. So if we can look at here, we can find it that manufacturers who are producing, they come across various industries that will choose for the automation, and mostly made all the production units or the production organizations will go for the automation in order to improve their quality, boost productivity, and save labor cost. And manufacturing companies can integrate multiple forms of robotics, conveyance, vision, or other automated technology to complete production tasks. And industrial automation and robotics are the use of computers, control systems, and information technology to handle industrial process and machinery, which will replace the manual labor and improving the efficiency, speed, quality, and performance. And automated industrial applications ranges from the managed manufacturing process assembly lines to surgery and space research. And early automated systems focused on increased productivity, such as like human employees. And meaning and let us understand what is the meaning and the reasons behind the automation. Automation is nothing but the technology which is included in the process or procedure of accomplished without human assistance, means without taking support of humans. The production or the process, whichever is taking place with help of machines, we call it as automation. And for that, we require to write a program with some instructions combined with control system as well as execution part. Like instructions should be given. And to automate a process, power is required both to drive and process itself and operate the program and control system. And although automation can be applied in a wide variety of areas, we have certain reasons. What are those? Mainly the organizations go for automation to increase the labor productivity or to reduce labor cost, to mitigate the effects of labor shortages, to reduce or eliminate routine manual and clerical tasks, to improve worker safety, to improve product quality, and also to reduce manufacturing lead time. And to have this, and also to complete process that can be done manually, to avoid the high cost of not automating. And disadvantage, we have less variability. Why? Because machine will able to perform only certain tasks, which will limit the flexibility and variety of tasks. And more pollution it is, larger initial investment is required. Why? Because machines can be one of the most costly operating costs. Most it involves more of operating cost for a company, and it increases the unemployment because once the machines have been, that is a perception, it's not a personal perception, it is a perception given by this book. So automation, amount of automation that will are less, so we require less employees, which will cause high unemployment rates. And types of automated manufacturing systems, we have three types, that is fixed automation, programmable automation, and fixed automation. And fixed automation is a system which has sequence of processing or operation that are fixed by the equipment configuration. Like here, operations in the sequence is usually simple, involving perhaps a plain linear or rotational motion or combination of the two. For example, the feeding of rotating spindle, or it is the integration and coordination of many such operations into one piece of equipment that make the system complex. For example, examples of fixed automation comes under automatic assembly machines, automotive industry, and certain chemical processes. And under programmable automation, in programmable automation, the production equipment is designed with the capability to change the sequence of operations to accommodate different product configurations. Under this, we have high investment in general purpose equipment, lower production rates than fixed automation, flexibility to deal with variations, and more suitable for batch production. And if you look at here, a numerical control machine tool is a good example for programmable automation. And the program is coded in computer memory for each different product style, and the machine tool is controlled by the computer program. Industrial robots are another example. And flexible automation, if you look at here, it is an extension of programmable automation. A flexible automation system is capable of producing a variety of parts with virtually no time lost for changeovers from one part style to the next one. There is no lost production time while reprogramming the system and altering the physical setup like tools, tooling, fixtures, machine settings. And this can be summarized with the help of high investment in custom engineered system and continuation production of variable picture of products, medium production rate, and flexibility to deal with product design variations. And now that was about total automation. Now let's look about the robotics. And this is defined as the science of designing and building robots which are suitable for the real life application in automated manufacturing and other non-manufacturing environments. And robot is a reprogrammable, multifunctional manipulator designed to move materials, inputs, or parts with the tools for specialized devices with variable programmed motions. That is called definition given by the Institute of Robot of America, 1979. And the certain objectives like, and we go for the robotics only to increase our productivity or production, and also reduce production life, minimize labor requirement, enhance the quality of products, and also minimize the loss of man hours on account of such as like accidents, make reliable and high-speed production. So what is the need for using robotics in industries? So we have a very different need depends upon the organization or the industry. You just look at here, whereas in human beings it takes a lot of time to produce any product, but when it goes to machine, it is having strength, size, speed, and accuracy more than human beings, and they are superior to the human beings. And robots are better than humans to perform simple and repetitive tasks, because as we all know that when a human being does the same work or same task repetitively gets boredom, but whereas machine they won't get any boredom. And because once a human being, as we all are human, because of having routine or repetitive work, we get boredom and the quality gets down. But whereas machine, it will not get any boredom and the quality remains as it is, and it remains consistency. It maintains the consistency in the production or repetitive works. And robots don't have the limitations like negative attributes of human works and fatigue means tired or we need rest. Human beings need all those things, but whereas robots they don't require anything. They neither think of how humans are working and how what are their like replica, what they are showing, what is the feedback or the response, how they are reacting to the work as it is doing. It never cares because it do not have any EI, that is emotional intelligence. Yes, and also need for rest. It does not require any rest, and there is no diversion of attention. So that is not that is whereas human being comes across all these things, and robots are used in industries to save the time when it compared to human beings, and robots are in various poor working conditions. Though working conditions also not good, they work, and improved working conditions will reduce the risk. So we have a loss of robotics, that a robot should not injure a human being. That is very important. Inaction or a human being to come to harm, or robots must obey the orders given to it by human beings, except where such order would conflict the first law, means it should not harm the human beings. And a robot must protect its own existence as long as its protection does not conflict with the first or second law. So these are laws. Next, we have anatomy of robots. And in here, there are several classes of robots. We have robotic aircraft, robotic ship, mobile robots, and others. And these all are being used for machine tending, welding, painting, assembly, and etc. And this industrial robots can be viewed as consisting of a mechanical portion that is manipulated controlled by a microprocessor. And we have subsystem of robot, that is actuators, transmission system, power supply, sensors, electronics, and software. So this all together will means this includes robots include these all parts. Only because of this they work, and so assembled, and then it comes into the working part. Next, we have types of drive systems. And when we talk about drive system, we have three main types of actuators that are currently used in robots. They are electric, pneumatic, and hydraulic. And apart from this, we have different combinations that are every robot is fitted with a system of actuators on the arms or in the joints consisting a drive system. That is electric, means a robots use electricity as the prime source of energy because they have been charged, and electricity turns the pumps that provide hydraulic and pneumatic pressure. Means how actually it works, how electric we are calling, means how it is that we are going to discuss it. It also covers the robot controller and all the electronic components and peripheral devices. In all electric robots, the drive actuators as well as the controller are electrically powered because electric robot does not require a hydraulic power unit. And pneumatic, these are generally found in relatively low cost manipulators with low load carrying capacity. And pneumatic drivers have been used for many years for powering simple stop to stop motions. And hydraulic, they are the linear position actuators or rotatory vane configuration. And hydraulic actuators provide a large amount of power for a given actuators. And the high power to weight ratio that will make it to attract choice for moving moderate to high loads. And have robotic sensors, and these sensors are used in robotics for like hand-eye coordination, vision, touch, hearing. And for this, we require three types of sensor, that is vision sensors, tactile and proximity sensors, and voice sensors. So vision sensors, when we talk about vision sensors, it do some kinds of operations such as it retrieve parts which are randomly oriented on a conveyor, and will recognize particular parts which are intermixed with other objects, perform assembly operations which require alignment, and tactile and proximity. I mean, this sensor, without this, the robots do not work. And tactile sensors provide the robot with the capability to respond or to contact forces between itself and other objects within its work volume. And tactile sensors can be divided into two types, that is touch sensors and stress sensors. And when we talk about touch sensors, that are simply used to indicate whether contact has been made with an object or not. And for that, we require a simple microprocessor which can micro switch, which can serve the purpose of touch sensor. That's it. And stress sensor also are used to measure the magnitude of the contact force. And we have even stress sensor that are being used. Next, we have voice or sound sensor. Means in order to take the instructions, voice or hearing sensors have been installed. Now we have certain specification like speed, load bearing capacity, accuracy, repeatability, and precision. Next, we have robotic applications in automotive manufacturing. So under this, we have mostly highly automated supply chains in the world, which requires, and robots are used nearly every part of automotive manufacturing in one way or the other way. And around 90% of robots are used in factories, with half of this being used in the, mostly 90% we are using in factories, and in this 90% half of are used in automobile industry only, and mainly they are used for grinding, polishing, deburring, testing, painting, laser processing, part transfer, machine tending, welding, spot welding. These all are being done. And under this, we have collaborative robots. So under this, we will talk about collaborative robots. And these collaborative robots are built to work together with other robots or enormously assembly lines. And the robots must collaborate between handling and welding robots to make such assembly lines function properly. And the robotic painting, here professional painters are difficult to find, and the job is a highly toxic which may cause health issues. But this may but when we talk about the robots, it makes our work very easy, and they paint the cars, or the paint job needs highly consistent over a large area of paint, and reducing the amount of wasted material. And also there is a no problem of any health issues for the robots. Next, robotic welding, and it has been the top robotic application in the automotive sector for a long time. And as every car needs a high number of welds before it completes, so there is a lot of demand, and it gives the high value of the finished product. Productivity from automation is enormous. And robotic assembly, it, it is used in automotive plants where we require each product to be assembled together, and the finished product is done, like we have pumps, motors at high speeds, and windshield installation, wheel mounting, which will increase the throughput. So, and there robotic assembly is done, and material removal, high consistency and repeatability makes robots perfect for material removal, like trimming and cutting, and like cutting fabrics and trimming plastic moldings, die castings, even polishing models. This all comes under material removal. There also robots have been used, are using, and part transfer and machine tending. Means even there are certain industry where parts transfer is a very high task where human beings cannot do as if machine are doing. So in the place of human beings, robots are being used, which are easy. Robots are easily handling the movement of parts for the machines for assembly purpose. So under this, we have different applications that are being used for the purpose of part transfers. And spray painting, because painting is a strong in human beings, and it requires a lot of time, and where one machine is taking a very smaller time, but whereas human is taking a lot of time. So time saving is possible, and it is dust free. And because normally whenever there is a painting is done, if you can check it, it will be closed room or closed place where the painting will be done. And when painting, because it requires various chemicals and it will be toxic to the human beings. But when it is placed with the robots, this all is preserved. Labor is made, human is safe, his life is safe, and there is no problem for the robots. Robotic applications in space, medical, and defense. What is the application? Let us understand. As we all know, there is no new point in this, because we are seeing a lot of change in the space, medical, and defense, where a lot various tests are being done even on the robots. So when first we look after the space, in space, we are sending the robots to explore the planets, moons, and other near bodies which are able to have the global space or science community. And the exploration of these bodies will able to know how human the things could be at lower cost and not even endangering the human life. And variety of tasks that robots can do in space, including space manipulation, that is servicing equipment in space, surface mobility, robotic colonies. These all are possible only because robots, where there is no this we can innovate or explore the different things with the help of robots in the field of space. And when we talk about the medical, even the medicals are also helping them in the space of joysticks, head trackers, voice control, and surgeons should be always attentive. Yes. So while using robot vision to detect will keep the endoscope aimed at an anatomic target. And means you can see that even robots are helping in like surgeries because they are looking about this high sufficient strength, accuracy, and dexterity for intended use. And this is for because first variety is surgeon extender, why because it is controlled by the surgeons. So they will only be doing because there are certain operations or surgeries which is done for hours, 20 hours. So in that case, as a human being, they feel tired. So in place of that, sometimes they are using even robots. Next, we talk about defense. Whenever there is an hazardous situations or like in order to find where the granites or something else will be done by the other people, robots are helping the defense to find or sense the help help them in finding the hazardous things because robots nothing happens but whereas human beings it should not be dangerous. And also power generating plants, oil refineries, everywhere they are being used. Next, advantages and disadvantages of robots. Advantages, when you talk, robots and automation can increase our productivity, safety, efficiency, quality, and consistency of products. And robots are, they can even work when it is in hazardous environment and there is no need of environmental effort. And robots no need any environmental comfort that they will work only under this situation, they will work only home. There is no such hard and fast rule for them. And robots work continuously without any humanity needs and illness. Robots have repeatable precision at all times and they can much accurate than humans. They may have milli or micro inch accuracy. And robots and the sensors can have capabilities beyond that of humans. Robots can process multiple stimuli or tasks simultaneously. Humans can only one, but they can do multiple because as a human being, we can do one task at a time. You cannot work simultaneously when it is under manufacturing, especially. But whereas in machines and robots, it is possible. And robots replace human works, we can create economic problems. And when you talk about disadvantages, there are a lot of disadvantages when robots lack capability to respond in emergencies because they do not know that, and which will cause whenever they are not responding. So there will be inappropriate and wrong responses takes place, and a lack of decision making power is also not there. Loss of power whenever there is a no power, they cannot respond, and damage to the robot and other devices, which will in turn causes human injuries. And robots may have limited capabilities like degrees of freedom, dexterity, sensors, vision systems, and real-time response. And robots are costly. Why? Because they are initial cost of equipment, installation costs are required, and we need peripherals, we need training and programming. Now that's about the robots and automation. Next we have block 4 HRD practices and performance measurement. And under this we have 4 units, that is human resource dimensions in world-class manufacturing, key performance indicators, performance measurement, environmental impact on world-class manufacturing and green audit. So first let us understand human resource dimensions in world-class manufacturing. Human resource human resource dimensions. First, let us understand human resources means. Earlier, they were called as labor. Labor becomes like human resource. They are the resources of the organization. And human capital is based on their different dimensions as per their influence on the performance. So, human capital dimensions are crucial factors influencing firm performance. And under this, we have a largest provider of employment, that is manufacturing industry only, because in one manufacturing industry will have thousands of employees or laborers who are working. But surprisingly, we have a lot of serious HR challenges, that is human resource challenges. Another the customer is recruitment difficulty. Why? Because large number of positions are to be filled and this is challenge for the HR and task of filling many job positions. Even further more complex is the need of specific skill set required by the worker. And manufacturing industry, which looks for skilled workers, will frequently face shortage of people. Though if we find the people also, we require the right set of people who are having right skills and abilities that can help us. But it's a very biggest task. If people are available, there are no skilled people. If skill is there and we have a scarcity of employees who are working. So recruitment is a very, very difficult task. And to find out whether the skill is there or not, we have to conduct a various placement drives has to be conducted. And that it's a very difficult and we have employee retention. Once we are taking the employees and we are giving the training, but we are not sure that they retain with the same organization or not. And what is happening, as we know that the 21st century is having more and more opportunities, we are exploring new things. So it may be any other reason for turnover of employees. So what is happening, there's more and more increase in the turnover of employees. The organizations are unable to retain them. Either it may be personal front or low package or lack of benefits or poor work environment. There may be any number of situations which may be which are leading for the more and more employee retention is not possible. And global competition, as we know that it's a competitive market and we have cutthroat competition, the survival and growth of the company in the industry. And training and development, it is a sphere where HR has to operate to its optimum, and it is equally essential to provide adequate training to employees in order to keep them updated with latest developments and declining workforce. Even though the sector seems to be growing, but what is happening? There is a very much perpetual demand for workers, that there is a shortage of skilled candidates. As salaries in manufacturing is higher compared to the combined salary average across all other industries. But unfortunately, what is happening? It's not acting because salary is not attracting new and better talent to the industry. So for that, first we talk about teamwork. Why? Because a sense of unity and enthusiasm for common interests and responsibilities will develop a group of persons closely associated in a task, cause, enterprise, etc. And teamwork can be linked to two compounds, that is modern life, compound that's almost essential to modern life, that is team together, which will keep, that is promote strength, unity, reliability, and support. And also that that make the teamwork is movement or towards targets or prolong forward momentum and to overcome various obstacles. Because when you are teamwork, it will make us or join us together to complete any task, and it synergizes. And notice we have a flatter and linear structure. What are the elements for effective teamwork? We have certain elements that are commitment and trust. See, if you do not, as an employee, if you do not have any commitment towards the organization, then it will be not able to. If you have a committed employee in the organization, then it will be easy that along with the personal goals, the organization goals are also be met, and will be able to succeed to achieve the mission and vision of the organization. And each member must be devote a reasonable amount of time and energy in advancing the team's mission. And open lines of communication. Effective teams must have open lines of communication, and the communication must be honest and flow between all team members equally. And team members who will understand each other's unique communication styles, that will make easy for to have a teamwork. And diversity of capabilities, adapting to changing conditions, confidence and creative freedom, culture of ideas and innovation. Because whenever you are like a teamwork together, colleagues will feel more comfortable and they'll try to give more suggestions and ideas. And a respectful and trusting team environment will be created. and which will enable colleagues to think more creatively rather than under pressure or restricting themselves for creativity, which will lead to more productive and collaborative brainstorming sessions. And also reward teams for taking risk. See, whenever any team is taking any risk, and for that, if they are striving and which in turn benefiting the organization as a management and an organization, and it has to be rewarded for the employee innovation things or taking the risk for that, putting that idea or trying to implement that idea. So that has to be rewarded and clear organizational purpose. It should be very clear that what is the organizational purpose, for what purpose it is in that field or that industry. It has to be clearly mentioned. And concrete team goals. The goals will be always short-term and long-term goals for a prerequisite for inspiring good teamwork. And goals represent direction and allow team members to exercise a level of flexibility and creativity when determining the smartest way to reach the desired outcome. And delegate tasks based on strength. Your teams that work well together understand the strengths and weaknesses of each team member. And one of the benefits of good team work is that team leaders and members are adept at identifying all aspects of the project and allocating tasks to the most appropriate team members. And this will boost productivity and ensure that team members are valued in how they contribute to the broader project. And what are the teamwork skills that are required? Okay. So under teamwork skills, we have a lot of skills and different skills that are required for every organization. They are listening, because team requires listening skills of, because if there is no listening and in the team no one is listening what the other employee or the other person wants to tell, because until you give that freedom in that team, they cannot express their ideas. So listening to each other is very, very important in any team. Next, questioning. It is also important to ask questioning, because when you question, if you are getting a correct answer, it means it's adaptable and can be used. When you interact and discuss the objectives of the team, then it is possible. Teamwork skills are required, and the other skill is persuading, because individuals are encouraged to exchange, defend, and then to ultimately rethink their ideas. And respecting, it should be mutual respect in team. It should not be that only team leader is done. No, it's not like that. It should be given equal importance with respect and to support their ideas and helping. It is crucial to help one's co-workers. It's a general theme of teamwork. And also sharing. It is important to share with the team to create an environment of teamwork. And participating, all members of the teams are encouraged to participate in the team, then only it is called teamwork. And communication, for a team, it is very much important to work effectively, and it is essential for team members to acquire communication skills and use effective communication channels between one another. Example, using email, viral communication, group meetings, and so on. And this will enable the team members of the group to work together and achieve the team's purposes and goals. And we have teamwork strategies, because whenever teamwork is successful, your business experiences a long list of benefits, like improved productivity will be increased through diversity and innovation, as well as lower rates of burnout and turnover. Lower rates. But effective teamwork isn't just beneficial to a business, but also it's a necessity, we call it as. And failing to work together can lead to disproportionate workloads. What happens, if there is no teamwork in the department or in the organization, one will be given more of work, the other will be given no work. And group think, there will be miscommunications that will escalate into conflicts, and all of which are detrimental to a business. And few signs that warn us about the ineffective teamwork in any organization are missed deadlines and unmet goals. Deadlines for projects are constantly being pushed, or final deliverables have missed the mark. It's likely that something is going away from the collaboration during the collaboration process. And persistent workplace conflict. Conflict is normal occurrence in any work environment, whether it's an organization or whatever, but it But if it feels like the employees are quick to assign blame to another when expectations aren't met, and that points to lack teamwork skills and high turnover. If the voluntary turnover rate at an organization is abnormally high, it means dysfunction is occurring on some level. So whether it is due to the culture or specific business practices of the company, that has to be found out. So there are few strategies that will improve the teamwork. That is, embrace the diversity of workforce, increase that, try to give a, if a group is failed, please try to have a positive appreciation. Let's have like a positive motivation. Why not we go for the next project, next team? Let's have a different type of perspective and build a culture of trust. The trust should be there. Employees should not feel, and mostly the employees will not feel trusted, and they are likely to put forth their best work though they have been doing. So the trust culture has to be maintained in the organization, and it promotes effective communication. Promoting effective, there should not be any miscommunication, or there should not be any differences between the team. Everyone should be able to exchange their information, ideas, and put forth their ideas. So then only they, when whenever whichever team is having more and more communication, then it's going to be perfect and able to achieve the team goals. Now, there are few other measures that will improve the teamwork. They are lead by example and build up trust and respect, encourage socializing, cultivate open communication, clearly outline roles and responsibilities, organize team processes, sets defined goals, recognize good work, mediate conflict quickly and efficiently, allow team members to actively take part in decision making, use a task management software, maintain the balance of work, meet regularly and mix it up, create space, start team traditions, use size to advantage, make hiring a team responsibility, give frequent feedback and time to celebrate. So these are the things where we can improve the teamwork. Next we have employment engagement in this topic, and